Hi guys, this is Rich from Rich TV Live, and I wanted to talk to you about the big breaking news. I'm shocked. Shocked. Bruce Linton, CEO, co-CEO of the world's biggest cannabis company right now, Canopy Growth, has officially been terminated by Canopy Growth. This makes no sense. This makes absolutely no sense. I'm mind boggled. I am actually mind boggled by this. I'm absolutely mind boggled by this news. Wow. Shocking. Shocking for the entire sector. And let's hear the song that I made about Canopy Growth and Bruce Linton with Ill Kid. Shout out to Ill Kid only 2 months ago. This is for you, Bruce. You did a great job at the helm for Canopy Growth over the last 5 years. You built this company up into a giant, into a global powerhouse. And now, unfortunately, you built it up and you learned that business has no loyalty. You partnered up with Constellation Brands, gave Constellation Brands too much control. And because of it, Constellation Brands now had a meeting with their shareholders without Bruce Linton and determined that they should terminate the same guy who put the deal together with Constellation Brands. I'm mind boggled, but you know what, Bruce, you're a good guy. You did a good job for this entire sector. You did a great job for Canopy Growth. You are a true pioneer for the sector, and I dedicate this song to you today, Bruce. And Bruce, we'd love to have you on Rich TV Live if you want to come and discuss what happened. I dedicate this song to you, Bruce.
People need dramatic examples. Rich TV Live! As a man. Bruce Wayne, gotta get it. Cruising in my Batmobile. Buying all the acreage for a big 3.4 billion deal. Whoa, gotta get the gadgets. Floating on rivers. Don't forget MTLO, stacking them digits. Now we fighting in Gotham. We don't have time for jokers until it's legalized federally. There'll be a ton of smokers. Canopy Growth Court, it's the #1 buy. If you look up, you see the signal in the sky. Yeah, based on Ontario. I'm like, here we go. Putting all my money on this one. You can hear through the stereo. Canopy, biggest in the world. No one else could ever beat us. So I'm putting this track out for the people so you gain financial freedom. Bruce Wayne in the city. Canopy is #1. Staying at the very top. The Batmobile got so much fun. We ain't got no time for jokers. Penguins or no Mr. Freeze. Catwoman can dig a ditch. I bring that bitch right to her knees. Bruce Wayne in the city. Canopy is #1. Staying at the very top. The Batmobile got so much fun. We ain't got no time for jokers. Penguins or no Mr. Freeze. Catwoman can dig a ditch. I bring that bitch right to her knees. And Batman get out of this one. He tied up like shit, son. He need Robin for backup. He get smacked up every season. Tweed, that's all we really need. It's time to plant the seed, smoking on some good weed. Constellation invested big, now they got 38%. You can see it, we fighting crime. Now's the time we gotta win. 6 licensed facilities, over 600,000 square feet, producing so many kilograms. My God, it's still so sweet. Czech Republic, Africa, Brazil, Jamaica, Canada, United States, Brazil, make no mistakes. Denmark, UK, Germany, plus Spain. Canopy is worldwide. I hope you heard what I'm saying. Bruce Wayne in the city. Canopy is #1. Staying at the very top. The Batmobile got so much fun. We ain't got no time for jokers. Penguins or no Mr. Freeze. Catwoman can dig a ditch. I bring that bitch right to her knees. Bruce Wayne in the city. Canopy is #1. Staying at the very top. The Batmobile got so much fun. We ain't got no time for jokers. Penguins or no Mr. Freeze. Catwoman can dig a ditch. I bring that bitch right to her knees. I don't want to kill you. What would I do without you?
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I didn't see this coming, and you know, Bruce, I'd love to have you on our show. I'd love to speak with you of this. If you're watching Rich TV Live, I think you've done a great job for the entire sector. I think you built Canopy Growth to become what it is today. I'm shocked. I'm literally shocked. I'm almost speechless. And in my opinion, this is the end of Canopy Growth. Now, I don't mean it's the end of Canopy Growth, but I don't look at Canopy Growth the same way anymore. I listened to the interview, the exit interview, and Bruce is not happy about this. This happened behind his back. He was terminated. You know, he's putting on a brave face and he's trying to say all the right things, but this is not right. This is not right. You build a company up, and then the same guys that you partnered with to help you grow your company fires you. It's terrible. In my opinion, this is absolutely terrible. So I don't know why it's happening. I'm shocked right now and a little bit disgusted, actually. How you guys doing this morning? What's up, Siesta? What's up, Joseph? How you doing, Corey? Crypto Liberty, Chris, Shelby, Mural, Robin Hood Warrior, Big Zini, Joe Namaste, Crypto Liberty, Carlos Miranda, CDM, Justin, Forrest Folger, R. Mary, Felix Garcia, Kenitha Grant. Wow. The big news circulating. The big boy, Bruce Linton, terminated from the company that he built to become the #1 cannabis company in the world. In my opinion, this is a huge mistake for Canopy Growth. This is a sad day for the sector. And I don't feel good about it. I do not feel good about this. This doesn't feel right. Now, I have a few ideas why it happened. So I'm on the street talking to a lot of people. Behind the scenes, Canopy Growth has been kind of a laughingstock. They've wasted a lot of money. They have a massive burn rate. Very, very high amount of spending. And from what I've heard, their products are not the greatest. They've had to burn crops. So in my opinion, what this is Constellation Brands looking at this and saying, we want a person that's going to be a CEO that's going to be concerned about spending. Bruce Linton has been spending like a drunken sailor. Spending. And I've been saying this, spending, and saying, oh, we got billions in the bank. We're not worried about losing $300 million a quarter. Well, Constellation Brands they're worried about losing $300 million a quarter. So Bruce, I hope you learn from this. You can't just keep spending and not making and think that the big boys, the billionaires upstairs, that all they do is look at numbers. They look at those numbers and they say, holy shit, Bruce doesn't care about spending, but we care about spending. Maybe we need to have an emergency meeting and we need to talk about who's running the show here. Maybe we need to make a decision, put somebody in there that's a little bit more of a numbers guy. Oh, man, I'm not excited about this, but I don't think it's a time to panic, but I am not excited about this news at all. But I don't think it's time to panic.
You know what it is? Rich TV Live. Ill Kid. Cloud Ninja on the beat. Don't panic, you rookies that don't manage. You looking at all the candles, it's a ride and we off the handles. It's the heat, cause we bringing all the kitchens out. Oven mitts for little kids, what you bitching about? Pockets when they tingling, money stay mingling. I'm just getting started, yeah, I'm trying to get the swing of things. You love the green, but you hate the red. It's like you love the sex, but you hate the head. There's no difference, I finish all of your dinners. That mean I'm taking your places, no mistake that you are beginners. You miss me, rinse and repeat, it's Rich TV. You miss me, I'm the one, Jet Li. It's time that we get popping out. I ain't never stopping now. You would think I'm floating in the open way I cop a cloud. You should even shop around. You should buy a pair of boots. Hated is my stomping ground. This is how the market goes. It's round and round we go. Where it stops, we just don't know. Don't panic, don't panic. Why you stand up all your dough? Just sit back and watch the show. Pray that you'll just strike some gold. Don't panic, don't panic. Market makers are heartbreakers and soft stages. Bring the heat with Kenny just like it's Las Vegas. You hard haters are all fakers. I mob like, don't call you on another song. I don't pause, baby. I don't panic, I just mix it up like Shaka Khan. You stay tripping on the side, it's like a soccer mom. And when it's on, I transform like Decepticon. I can tell your whole future looking at the devil's palm. You're too weak, bro, cause you looking at a 52-week low. These are opportunities to seize, yo. No peace, though. I don't cheat, I just move when I cruise to the G code. Put the limit in, stop it if you have to. This is mathematics for addicts for last two. Rich TV live, he a swell guy. He'll teach you how to buy low and to sell high. Yeah, I get money cause it's all sweet. You looking at the real wolf of Wall Street. Yeah, I get money cause it's all sweet. Yeah, you looking at the real wolf of Wall Street. This is how the market goes. It's round and round we go. Where it stops, we just don't know. Don't panic, don't panic. Why you spend up all your dough? Just sit back and watch the show. Pray that you'll just strike some gold. Don't panic, don't panic. Something has to be done about this. Mr. Attorney, this is what I pay you for. What can I do? Litigation it is. Get the wheels in motion. Quickly! ASAP! Quick!
So I don't think it's time to panic. I think Constellation Brands clearly has a plan. They probably want a CEO that's going to be more fiscally responsible, that's going to be more focused on building revenue, that's going to be more focused on building a very profitable revenue-generating company. Bruce Linton's been so focused on growth and growth and growth. He hasn't really been focused on making money. Constellation Brands put the money into the company. Bruce was spending that money. Constellation Brands didn't like the fact that he was spending that money. This is my opinion as to why this happened. Do I like it? No. Could it make the company better? Absolutely. In the short term, though, does it make it better? I think it creates a lot of panic. I think it creates a lot of fear. It creates a lot of uncertainty. It creates a lot of doubt. A lot of members within our community are selling today just because of the fact that this happened. So, yeah, in the short term, this is not good for Canopy or the cannabis sector. In the long term, could this be good for Canopy? Yeah, it could be. I don't know what Constellation Brands knows about the cannabis sector. I don't know how many relationships or contacts they have in the cannabis sector. I know Bruce Linton is very well connected in the cannabis sector. Highly recognized. Looked at as pretty much the Michael Jordan of the cannabis sector. The Chicago Bulls never fired Michael Jordan. They never got rid of Michael Jordan. So it's kind of a weird situation. I'm not going to lie to you. Now, a lot of you guys are asking me about Zenabis. Remember what I said about Zenabis yesterday? I said, selfishly, I wanted Zenabis to go lower so I can buy more. Zenabis was listening. Also, I said to you guys yesterday, if you're up, sell. A lot of our members sold yesterday and made a killing, and now it's going back down, which is going to create a buying opportunity. So essentially, this is doing exactly what I wanted it to do. Am I concerned about Zenabis? No. I actually think that this creates an opportunity for Zenabis to become the #1 cannabis company in the world. And my goal has always been to find the next company that has a chance to be #1 in the world. I saw an article yesterday that stated that Zenabis by 2024 could be generating $30 billion in revenue. That's just mind-boggling. I mean, that puts them right up there with I mean, that puts them right up there as number one, essentially. So I'm really excited about what this does for Zenabis and how it leaves an opening for Zenabis to potentially be the number one company in the whole world, in the whole sector. I don't know what this means for Canopy Growth's future. I don't know who's going to be leading the way for Canopy Growth, but on the street, there has been a lot of rumblings about the fact that Canopy Growth has not been running a good company, that they have been spending way too much money. They've been burning crops. They don't have the best product. They don't have the best pricing. They don't have the best cost per gram. So the reality is there's a lot of rumblings that Canopy Growth wasn't going to be as good as what people thought. Maybe Constellation Brands started looking at the numbers. They saw the long-term potential. They saw the issues. They maybe wanted to address it with Bruce. Maybe Bruce wasn't willing to listen. Maybe Bruce didn't look at it the way they were looking at it. And they looked at the numbers and they said, you know what? We need another guy that's going to be more of a numbers guy, that's going to really focus on building a profitable business for us sooner rather than later, who isn't going to be spending all of our money. And we want our own guy. Do I like it? No, because I don't think it looks good on Canopy when Bruce Linton is going around everywhere and saying that he got terminated. It doesn't look good on Canopy. Now, it might be creating a buying opportunity, but it still doesn't look good on Canopy. Demir is saying, my average on Zena is 1.8, and I had the opportunity to sell for 700 profit, but I want to wait more because I see more things coming from Zena and don't want to risk anything. Best advice I can give you guys is when you see profits, just take them. This industry is highly volatile. It's going to go up and down. It doesn't just go up forever. So if you see profits, take them. Now, yesterday could have been a buy the rumor, sell the news event. Stock has 2 big press releases, goes up like crazy. Everybody sells. This is just kind of the way the game works, right? So everybody took their profit and they ran. Am I surprised? No. That's what people do in the markets. What I tell you yesterday, I said, selfishly, I want Zenabis to go down so I can buy more. Zenabis is down. So, yeah, I'm quite excited about this actually, because I didn't want to buy them. I didn't want to buy 16,000 shares at 223. So selfishly, this is doing exactly what I wanted it to do. And members within our community yesterday sold all over the place. If you sold yesterday, congratulations. If you didn't, you got to ask yourself, how are you trading? You know, if you're up and you have a chance to win and you don't take it, ask yourself, what are you doing? I'm long-term holding Zenabis. That's why I didn't sell yesterday. If I was looking to just do a quick day trade, I would have sold for sure yesterday. But right now, I'm not looking for a day trade. I'm looking to buy more. So I wasn't even thinking about selling yesterday. But if you were looking for some quick cash and you're up on your Zenabis yesterday and you didn't sell, you need to really ask yourself why. Why? Why didn't you sell? Josh Cook says, at what price are you looking at Zena? As low as possible, my friend. As low as possible. So today I'm very excited. If it goes down more, I'll be more excited. If it can go down to that 140 range, which is the bottom, I'm going to be very excited. And I'll probably buy more than 16,000 shares. So like I said, this is falling right into my hands exactly the way I wanted it to. We're still waiting on this Langley license. I'm praying it doesn't happen yet because I know that will be a huge catalyst. And I believe that Zenabis every quarter will only just keep growing. So I'm not really too concerned about the drop. For me, this is exactly what I want. But obviously, members want to see it go up. If you were up yesterday, like, okay, I'm going to give you Amanda from Indonesia did the perfect trade. We talked about it over the weekend. She got in at 160. Yesterday, she sold at 215 and she made $5,000. Now she's chilling and waiting for a bottom. To me, that's genius. That's the way to trade it. I mean, she made a quick 5 Gs in 2 trading days. That is exactly the way to trade. And she's not concerned about holding it. She just wants to trade it and she wants to make money. And she did. She made $5,000. So congratulations, Amanda. Congratulations to everyone who benefited on Zenabis yesterday. That was our opportunity. And if it's down right now and this trend continues down, I would say wait until we see a bottom, because the big news just went out. So what's going to be the next catalyst? Clearly, it's going to be the Langley license, but we don't know when that's coming. It might be another week or two. And if it's going to take a couple weeks, chances are this is going to go back down and give us another buying opportunity. So that will be our opportunity to get in cheap again and go for another run. Is CanTrust a buy? I like CanTrust. I never like to tell you guys when to buy or sell, but I think it's a buy. Rich, what is your biggest win? Like in the stock market? I mean, my biggest wins are in real estate. Like as far as investing, I mean, personal wins are different. Investing wins, real estate, stock wins. Honestly, the most money I ever made was on penny stocks. I've turned $3,000 into over 100 grand on penny stocks before. So my biggest wins have been on penny stocks, but I have a feeling that Zena could turn out to become one of my biggest wins I've ever had. Max, bro, I'm telling you, man, I want it cheap, bro. What do you want me to do? You want me to lie to you? Oh, wow. David James is saying, by the way, Rich, Agra got their hemp license today. That's huge. I own Agra. Are they up? David, are they up? So, like I said, selfishly, I want Xena to go down so I can buy it cheaper. For you guys, I hope it only goes up. But selfishly, as an investor, I want to buy more cheap. If it had a big bump and you were up and you didn't sell, ask yourself why. If you're a long-term investor, then you shouldn't care. Shouldn't be too concerned. It's up 6%? All right. Yeah, I'm not going to pump the sector. I kind of feel like this is a funeral right now. Feels like a funeral. I just feel like I lost a friend. I don't know Bruce Linton, but Bruce, if you're watching, I feel really bad for what happened to you. I don't think it's right. I think that Constellation Brands should at least had a meeting with you to discuss their concerns if they were concerned about anything. I don't like that they did it behind your back. It just proves that there's never any loyalty in business, which I already knew. I've been through that type of thing myself in the past, unfortunately, which it sucks. And when he was on CNBC on Squawk Box talking to Mr. Wonderful, Kevin O'Leary, they asked him, what are you going to do? And he's like, yeah, there's a lot of people calling me. So I don't think that Bruce is going to be out of work for long. Let's just put it that way. And I don't really feel sorry for a guy who has like $1 billion in shares. He has 18 million shares of Canopy Growth. It's like $1 billion in shares. So I'm not really too worried. And he's pulled out 100 million plus or even more in stock already. So I'm not too concerned for him. Like individually, he's good. But as a human being, it never feels good to get fired. And it never feels good to get fired from the company that you built, especially considering you built it to become one of the biggest global powerhouses in the world. Now, do I believe that this will become number one? Now that they've made this move, I have my doubts. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Now that they made this move, I have my doubts that this becomes number one. And I'm now losing interest in Canopy Growth. And I'm more interested in other players that have loyalty, that are going to treat people with respect. They're going to have enough dignity to have a meeting with the guy that built the company. To be able to do this behind his back, I don't like it. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like it at all. Doesn't feel right. Doesn't smell right. Doesn't look right. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. And loyalty means a lot to me. So when stuff like this happens, it just puts a sour taste in my mouth about Canopy Growth and the direction that they're moving in. They just took the guy that's the number one most recognized CEO in the entire sector and fired him, terminated him. They just hurt the entire sector by doing this. So yeah, I don't like this move. I think it's terrible. Strategically, I think it's a terrible decision. I also don't like the fact that they did it behind his back. I find that just even more terrible. I mean, it saddens me. Yeah, business is business, but why would they do it behind his back? He brought them in. This happens every day, by the way. This is not anything new. But he brought them in. They could have had the courtesy to sit down with him and say, you know, Bruce, we want to put somebody else as the CEO. You've done a good job. You got us to this point. We need the right guy, the right girl to get us to the next level. But they didn't do it that way. They had a closed door meeting separate from him and determined that they want their own guy and terminated him. That's not the way to do business, in my opinion. So I'm not impressed, kind of disturbed by it. But what I do see as an opportunity is that this leaves the door wide open for Aurora Cannabis, Zenabis, C-Web, MedMen, Curaleaf, TrueLeave, Afria, CanTrust, Village Farms, IIPR. It leaves the door wide open for them to come up and say, you know what? We're number one now. That's what I believe. Yeah, they fired the Godfather. Today feels like a funeral. I mean, it feels kind of funny to be saying it's a funeral when the guy's exiting with like $1 billion in stock. But I don't like the way they did it. I think it's bad business. I think it's unprofessional. It's not the way I would have done it. I don't think a guy like him deserves to be blindsided like this. I don't think he deserves to get ousted from his company like this. You know, when he was on the Squawk Box, he said that he's still wearing his tweed shirt. So he still represents and reps the company with pride. But at the end of the day, oh, imagine if Zenabis hired Bruce Linton. Whoa, that would be a power move. Bruce Linton was terminated by Canopy Growth, and this happened due to the fact that Constellation Brands has a huge stake in the company now, and they had a closed door meeting and determined that they wanted to terminate Bruce Linton, the co-CEO of the company, the founder and the guy who built the company from scratch, the guy who built it to be the most recognized cannabis company in the world. Got terminated today by his own company, by the partners that he strategically put in place. Bruce, we love you here at Rich TV Live. You've done a great job for this sector. You've been a great leader for the cannabis sector. And I salute you on your hard work and your efforts. We would love to have you on Rich TV Live in some capacity one day. And hopefully we could talk about this. We could sit down and we could just talk about this and what you think about what happened here and how it went down and what you're going to do next. So if you're watching this, Bruce, the Rich TV Live community, we salute the work you've done. You've been a amazing leader, a fearless leader for the cannabis sector. And I'm sure you're going to fall on your feet and you're going to get back up and you're going to be a very big member of many other businesses and many other companies. But I can assure you this, Canopy Rivers and Canopy Growth will not be the same company without you that they were with you. I can assure you this. Now, whether they succeed, that remains to be seen. They may still succeed. I'm not suggesting they're going to fail. But I don't believe that this is the way to do it, in my opinion. Justin says, is GMP giving Zena a new price now that the financing's situated? No, I don't see why they would give a new price until they hit the 325 price target. That doesn't make any sense. Shelby says, we are all expendable, replaceable in this life. There will always be someone else in line. Yeah, and all good things come to an end. We've talked about this. I just didn't see this coming. Caught me right off guard. And like I said, I don't think it's good for the sector. GZ says, shouldn't have sold his soul to the big boys. Yeah, you're right. You know, mind you, he's walking away with $1 billion. So maybe not the worst thing in the world for him. Joseph says, Rich, 48 News today. Any opinion on this? Pierre Caland of Switzerland, 3,780, announces that he has acquired indirect ownership and control, an aggregate of 6.2 million common shares. It's interesting. Big Zini says, same Rich, shocking news in my opinion. Yeah, I didn't know about this. The group started sending this first thing in the morning, and I'm waking up to this, and I'm like, what? I haven't even looked at the market today. I kind of feel sick in my stomach. I'm going to be interviewing BevCana. Keep your eye on BevCana. It's a new IPO. I'm going to be interviewing them today. The interview will not go out today. We're going to have to edit it, so stay tuned for that, probably in a week or two. But man, I'm honestly at a loss of words. I did not anticipate this happening today. I did not expect that Bruce Linton would be terminated from the same company that he built and get terminated by the partners that he brought into the company. It's a sad day for the cannabis sector, in my opinion. It's a sad day for Bruce Linton. It's a sad day for Canopy Growth. Now, I don't know if Canopy Growth has put out a statement. I don't know if Canopy Growth has put out a press release regarding this. It's just hard to believe that they would go in this direction. But like I said, you never know. This might end up being the best thing for Canopy Growth. I still think they're going to be a good company, but I just don't like the way they went about doing this. It would have been different if Bruce Linton went on, CNBC and went on air and said, yeah, you know what? We talked about it and we just decided that this was, this is the time for me to go. I got 18 million shares. I've done very well. This is just the time for me to step away and I'm going to move on to bigger and better things. As opposed to, they had a meeting and decided to terminate me. It was a closed door meeting. I wasn't invited into it and they made that decision. And I'm like, whoa, really? So very disappointed, like I said. And who knows? Maybe the stock rallies after this. But today it feels like a funeral. So I really got nothing else to say. I don't know what to say. I'm disappointed. I'm unhappy. And I guess Canopy's up 20 cents right now. So Canopy's rallying a little bit. Scott, that's what I thought about today. Scott says, I don't feel sorry for Bruce. He has done well. Even Gretzky had to leave at one point. The difference is when Gretzky left, they did it in a nice way. They had a press conference and, it was kind of in a nice way where, he cried and he felt bad about leaving, but they celebrated him. This doesn't feel like he got celebrated. This feels like he got blindsided. And when you're the number one company in the entire sector, and then you blindside your leader, it's not good for the sector. So I don't feel good about it. Bruce, I would love to work with you in some capacity. If you're watching, I'd love to have you on our show. Would love to interview you about this. I think our community of investors would love to hear from you directly. So hopefully you see this video and hopefully you can reach out and we can find a way to tell your story. And I know you're going to be good financially. I'm not worried about that. But sometimes you also got to look at the human element. We are humans. And it just doesn't feel like a good human move. Yeah, maybe it's a good business move. Maybe it's a good X's and O's move. Maybe it's a good move financially. Maybe long-term Canopy Growth explodes because of this. But in the short term, it feels like a funeral. It feels like a death. It feels like he was blindsided. And I feel for him right now. Honestly, I do, because I can't imagine how that feels okay or feels good. So, yeah, stay tuned. We'll see how Bruce gets back up from this. We'll see how he responds. He said that he's been getting tons of messages. I'm sure every cannabis company on the planet is messaging him saying, "We got a job for you, Bruce. CEO position open for you, Bruce." So that's my opinion on this. Thank you guys for being here. I will be interviewing Bev Canna. If there's any other breaking news or anything else that happens, I'll bring it to you guys as soon as I can. I need some time to digest this. I haven't really looked at the markets. Literally woke up this morning, heard this news, got ready, got dressed, did a video, and now I'm going to be heading over to our location downtown, and I'm going to be shooting a video with Bev Canna. So I'm kind of busy to really sit down and digest this information. I haven't really done it yet, but for the most part, it doesn't feel right and it doesn't feel good. So, Bruce, from the Rich TV Live community, I want to thank you for all your hard work and all your dedication to the sector. You have been a true pioneer for the sector. You've been a pioneer for Canopy Growth and for the entire cannabis sector. For everyone that's a cannabis enthusiast, a cannabis stock enthusiast and investor, you've been one of the most exciting guys. You've said all the right things. You've done all the right things. And your company has done extremely well and done very well for shareholders, done very well for investors, done very well for directors. You've done it very well for everyone, including yourself. So you have nothing to be ashamed of. So stay tuned, guys. I'll keep you guys updated if there's anything else that's happening. Thank you guys for being here. I wish you guys all the best today. And yeah, big news. Bruce Linton terminated as co-CEO of Canopy Growth. We're going to hear it one more time for Bruce Linton. I dedicate this song to you, Bruce. We made this song for you, Bruce. And when we made this song, never did I dream that this day would be here. At this point, I'm still at a loss for words. I know it's hard to believe because rarely am I at a loss for words. I'm going to play this one more time for you, Bruce. And this will be the last time I play this song.
People need dramatic examples to show you as a man. Bruce Wayne, gotta get it. Cruising in my Batmobile, buying all the acreage for a big 3.4 billion deal. Whoa, gotta get the gadgets, floating on rivers. Don't forget MTLO, stacking them digits. Now we fighting in Gotham. We don't have time for jokers until it's legalized federally. There'll be a ton of smokers. Canopy Growth Corp. It's the #1 buy. If you look up, you can see the signal in the sky. Yeah, basing on stereo. I'm like, here we go. Putting all my money on this one. You can hear through the stereo. Canopy, peace in the world. No one else could ever beat us. So I'm putting this track out for the people so you gain financial freedom. Bruce Wayne in the city. Canopy is #1. Staying at the very top. The Batmobile got so much fun. We ain't got no time for jokers. Penguins or no Mr. Freeze. Catwoman can dig a ditch. I bring that bitch right to her knees. Bruce Wayne in the city. Canopy is #1. Staying at the very top. The Batmobile got so much fun. We ain't got no time for jokers. Penguins or no Mr. Freeze. Catwoman can dig a ditch. I bring that bitch right to her knees. And Batman get out of this one. He tied up like shit, son. He need Robin for backup. He gets smacked up every season. Tweed, that's all we really need. It's time to plant the seeds. Smoking on some good weed. Constellation investor big. Now they got 38%. You can see it, we fighting crime. Now's the time we gotta win. 6 licensed facilities, over 600,000 square feet. Producing so many kilograms. My God, it's still so sweet. Czech Republic, Africa, Brazil, Jamaica, Canada, United States, Brazil, make no mistakes. Denmark, UK, Germany, plus Spain. Canopy is worldwide. I hope you heard what I'm saying. Bruce Wayne in the city. Canopy is #1. Staying at the very top. The Batmobile got so much fun. We ain't got no time for jokers. Penguins or no Mr. Freeze. Catwoman can dig a ditch. I bring that bitch right to her knees. Bruce Wayne in the city. Canopy is #1. Staying at the very top. The Batmobile got so much fun. We ain't got no time for jokers. Penguins or no Mr. Freeze. Catwoman can dig a ditch. I bring that bitch right to her knees. I don't want to kill you. What would I do without you?
So yeah, I compare this to kind of like Kawhi Leonard. Bruce Linton is the Kawhi Leonard of cannabis stocks. He's the #1 free agent right now. Everybody's going to want him. Everybody's going to want him. There's going to be a mad dash for everybody wanting a piece of Bruce Linton. Still shocked. Honestly, like, how often do you see me at a loss for words? I'm at a loss for words today. I'm saddened by this, but everything happens for a reason. All right, guys, kind of shocked, but I'm going to go. And Bruce Linton, co-CEO of Canopy Growth, terminated. I just got a message from my my guy from Xena. What is this? Is there any news on Xena? All right, I got to run. My phone's blowing up. All kinds of different things are going on. If I hear anything, I will let you know. But yeah, big news. Bruce Linton terminated as co-CEO of Canopy Growth. You did a good job, Bruce. I wish you all the best of luck. And all the members here at Rich TV Live want to thank you for your hard work and dedication to the sector. You made us a lot of money on Canopy Growth along the way. And I'm sure you will fall on your feet. This is my Xena guy right now. I'll let you know if I hear anything. I'm out. Peace.